Hey Lash Artists, I'm T the Brand, fellow lashpreneur and lash marketing mentor. I help lash artists market smarter, lash better, and book consistent clients. Welcome to my channel, and if you're listening to the Powerhouse Lash Podcast, welcome back to the podcast. This episode is about why I believe lash artists struggle to attract clientele. This is based on my personal experience as a lash artist trying to grow clientele and what I have experienced as a lash mentor helping other lash artists try to grow their clientele. So if you find yourself in a space to where you have good sets, good retention, but still not really booking clients, or you may be creating good content, posting consistently, and you're still not booking clients, or even if you have bad retention, bad sets, bad content, bad anything, bad consistency posting, and you want to get clients, this video is for you. This episode is for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first most common mistake that beginner lash artists make, or lash artists period make, when they're trying to grow clientele is that you do not know who your target audience is. I'm going to say you just because I feel like we're in a conversation, and saying they is just really kind of throwing my brain off. And I don't want to have to do that the whole video, the whole podcast episode. I'm also going to say video because I am talking to a camera. But if you were listening to the podcast, I'm talking to you too, okay? I'm not trying to exclude you or make you feel like this isn't where you're supposed to be. It's just a little easier for my brain to say you as I'm looking into this camera. You in video as I'm looking into this camera. So a lot of lash artists do not know who their ideal client is. And I get so many lash artists still who I'll reach out to trying to help because of, and I say this with my whole loving heart, who just are coming off a little desperate on social media, whether it's the Threads app, which I see a lot of it on the Threads app, or on Instagram. And when I say desperate, I mean like you are pretty much begging people to be your client instead of giving them value, which results in a reason that they want to actually be your client. And that's because you don't know who you're talking to. Some of these same lash artists who I reach out to or who reach out to me, when I give them a whole spiel about target audience, their response is something along the lines of, yeah, but I'm a versatile lash artist, so I want to be able to lash everybody. And I'm like, hey, go off, sis, but that is going to keep you exactly where you are until you decide to do something different. And here is why. Your target audience is the foundation of your business, and everything you do should be for this person. If you are building your foundation for 6 different people who have 6 different lifestyles and personalities, your foundation is going to crumble, which means your business won't be able to last either, because nothing is solid. There is no way for you to market to a 22-year-old and a 42-year-old in the same way. They're experiencing life in 2 totally different ways, and your messaging is now mixing, and neither of them can fully relate to you, your brand, your services, so they go find somebody else to do their lashes. This is important because you want to make sure that as a lash artist, your job is not just a lash artist. You're a videographer, you're a photographer, you're the creative director for your marketing and all of the things. And you want to make sure that all the areas of your job are made more easy so that you don't get burnt out in the very beginning or, exhausted along the way because you're trying to market to a bunch of people. Like, think about it. Let's keep the example of the 22 and the 42-year-old. The 22-year-old, she may be in college, maybe fresh out of college. She may be working her first job or a part-time job and, just trying to figure life out. She may like the super luxurious things, but not have a super luxurious budget. She may only want to get her lashes done for special occasions like birthdays, vacations, random trips, whatever it may be, versus the 42-year-old who has more stability, who likes the luxuries of life and can afford luxuries such as lash extensions, who may not like the big mega volume look that you're advertising to the 22-year-old. The point is, if you aren't the same person that you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, neither are your clients. So here's my best advice so that I'm not just here rambling and ranting, to give you an actionable takeaway that will help you in this regard to your target audience. Write down who your dream client is. And the things that I share about building a target audience, I'll make a separate video to go into detail. But you want to write down her age. I highly recommend only doing a 3 to 5 year age range for the reason I just said. 10 years, you 10 years ago and you now, you 5 years ago and you now, two totally different people, and the same works for your client. The 22-year-old, the 28-year-old, they're doing two totally different things. So I recommend the 3 to 5 year age range. If you'd like more information on that or how to build your target audience, if you want one-on-one help, I do offer a call called the Power Hour Clarity Call, where we can do whatever you want to do. We'll build your target audience. We'll build your brand identity around your target audience. We will build you a marketing strategy that is on brand for your target audience. We will build you a content plan so that you know exactly what to post about, what to caption it, when to post it, and it will be on brand for your marketing for your target audience. If you are just stuck and don't know what to do next, whatever it is that you need, that's what the clarity call is for. Okay, this video isn't about the clarity call, but I do want you to know that is something that I offer if you are in a space where the things ain't thinking and you really need some more help. So that's that. But when it comes to your target audience, squirrel, right? When it comes to your target audience, you want to define their age. Again, highly recommend a 3 to 5 year age range. Secondly, you want to decide their location. Where are your clients coming from? Because you need to know where to market to. You also need to consider where you are versus their location. Are you too far from them? Meaning DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth, those are two huge cities that I don't know why they combined them, but they're combined. So if I say that I'm a DFW lash artist, but I'm located in downtown Dallas, somebody in Fort Worth is going to find me and then decide I'm not the lash artist for them because I'm too far. But also, if somebody is looking for a Dallas lash artist and I'm marketing myself as a DFW lash artist, that may be too broad for them. So you want to be able to narrow down that location piece. Remember, target audience, target the location, target the age, target all the things, target the things. So you want to consider their location. You want to consider their flexibility because their schedule is going to matter with yours. Sometimes lash artists either don't want to work super early in the morning, don't want to work late at night, don't want to work on the weekends, but they want the doctors, the lawyers, the teachers, the people who have these corporate income corporate lifestyles and corporate incomes, but may not have the flexibility to work within your schedule. When are they going to get their lashes done if you're never available for them based on their flexibility? So that's why that is important. Their income is important. Not necessarily, oh, I need my clients to make a gazillion $1,000s a year, but can your clients afford your price point to get 2-week fills, to get 3-week fills, depending on whatever the price is? So that's important because how much your clients make will influence how much you're able to make. And if you just have it made up in your head, I'm going to make $100,000 this month and my clients are 22 and work at Rue 21. Is Rue 21 still around? I'm not sure about my age. Anyway, that doesn't really align. So this target audience helps you to create realistic boundaries and goals for your business. So their income depends on your income. Their character traits, that's another one that you want to consider for target audience because you don't want everybody to be your client. Are they punctual? Are they communicative? Are they generous? Are they kind? What do you want to receive in a client? Because now once you decide on their character traits, this is who you have to show up as online and in person because you're going to attract exactly what you are in a client. If you're problematic, meaning your policies are all over the place, your policies are unclear, you'll accept this kind of payment this day and not that day. If you don't have your own boundaries in place, your clients are going to walk all over you because where's the line to be drawn? So their character traits are one. Their pain points are another. Pain points are the things that make clients say, ooh, I need to get my lashes done and I need to get them done by T, the brand. What makes you different? What makes a client? Is it your retention? Is it the styles that you offer? What is it that makes a client want you? And then after you've decided who your target audience is, you want to post like you are speaking directly to her every single time. And the reason why this is also important, understanding this person, you can't create a caption that feels like you're talking to her if you don't really know her. You can't call her girl if she's in her 50s. You 20-something. That ain't your girl. That ain't your sis. That ain't ain't your lash babe. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to communicate with her through your social media posts in a way that makes her feel like this is for her. So that is that. My first little spiel, my first piece of encouragement. You need to know who it is that you're talking to. You need to get clear on your target audience. Again, if this is a struggle for you, if this is a problem area, if you've tried it before, if you've heard about a target audience, you've done things and it didn't work before, you need to book a power hour clarity call with me. I promise you will get direction that you have never heard, never experienced, never learned before, that will really help you to create better content, market that content in a way that will actually get your ideal client, your target audience, to book with you. Reason number 2 that a lot of beginner lash artists or lash artists in general struggle to grow their clientele is because the content that you're posting does not build trust or connect with your ideal client. A lot of beginner lash artists, they post a lot of before and afters. They post mostly pictures and videos of what their lashes look like, but people aren't booking with you just because of what your lashes look like. They are booking when they can see themselves in your space. That means in your physical space and in your presence. So that means that you need to do more than post just lashes. Show what your space looks like. Show you setting up. Show your lash process. Get on your stories and talk, or create reels talking. Show who you are, your personality, because when people feel like they already know you, when they feel like they can see themselves in your space, booking becomes easy. Like, if I don't know if it's you or Bob the Builder that I'm booking with because you never post a picture on social media, you never speak on social media, I'm not booking with you, because it's just a disconnect there. If your name isn't in your bio, free game. So many lash artists, especially beginner lash artists, sorry y'all, this eye's taking me down. You do not put your name in your bio. How am I supposed to address you? Even if I want to DM you and ask a question, I don't know what your name is, and that's enough for me to be like, on to the next one. Like, you want to answer as many questions as possible so that clients don't actually have to ask questions. So put your name in your bio. That was just free game. But the point, it also goes back to connecting. I can't connect with somebody who I don't know their name, so make sure that is in there. Clients are booking with comfort. Clients book with people, not just the work that you do. So this spiel went a lot quicker than I expected it to go. But that's basically what it is. You need to make sure that your content is able to connect with the people who you want to service. Some practical takeaways that you can immediately apply to combat this: show your space, show you setting up, show before a client, show you cleaning up after a client or at the end of your day. Post some day in the life with me so people can see what it's like to go through a lash day with you. If they're going to be a part of it, you should invite them into it. And those are great videos to do a voiceover on. You can record different pieces or clips of you throughout the day, put them together, and just do a voiceover, explain it. They get to hear you, they get to connect with you. Also, post you getting your lashes done. That's something that clients need to be able to connect with. It also helps you with your marketing too if you get your lashes done, because now you can talk about the lash experience from an experienced position and not just something that you make up and want to invite people to come into when they're coming into your space. So post more than before and afters. Post more than just lashes and reels of lashes. Diversify your content. Number 3, you don't have a simple marketing plan. Sometimes lash artists overdo it with the marketing plans, and sometimes they don't do enough, or you don't do enough. You post random things and hope that they get you results. And although they may have to do with your lash business, every post should have a purpose. So here are 3 C's that you can use for creating your content. Number 1 is connect. These are your relatable posts. These are when you're telling about your story. These are when you're talking about your client comfort. These are your day in the life videos and showing your space and all of those things. Number 2 is clarity. This is when you share educational content. Educate your clients on lash care, on how you do your job at retention and how they're supposed to do their job at retention. Share your booking process. Share things that will teach your clients to make to give them clarity about what it is that you offer. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you are posting content that will convert. These are your sales posts. These are when you post your sets, your availability, your client testimonials. Now we have these three, we have these 3 C's, but I'm going to give you 3 E's to make the C's easier. Your content should always educate, encourage, or engage. This means you want to make sure that you are posting content that teaches clients about what's happening with all things lash extensions. This is the one thing that set educational marketing. This is the one thing that set me apart in 2022. I just dropped a video yesterday about how I grew my clientele from 5 clients to 25 clients in 3 months. Educational marketing was the key to that. I was creating content that other lash artists weren't. And that while other lash artists were so excited to post about how isolation is important, if your lash artist isn't isolating, you need another lash artist, I was actually telling the lash clients what isolation was and why it was important. I have great isolation, and that allows me to properly apply your eyelash extensions to prevent lash damage, discomfort, X, Y, and Z. Isolation is when I get one lash between my tweezer to the blah, blah, blah. Like, I was actually explaining the things, and I encourage lash artists all the time to use educational marketing. It really is a clientele growth hack. So teach clients all the things. You have to remember that you're the one who took the training. You're the one who went to school. So you have all of the information and the jargon, and they need it to be shared with them in a way that they can understand. I went as far as teaching lash anatomy to my audience on social media. I need you to know that your eyelash extensions don't just fall off, or at least they shouldn't just fall off. What's happening is they should be shedding off healthily. An anagen, that's a new baby lash. A catagen, that's a teenage lash. A telogen, that's an adult lash, and that lash is getting ready to shed. So when that lash sheds and you see your natural lash attached to this extension, XYZ, like, really educate them. Educate clients on your process. This is a lash bath and why I do it. This is a tape down and why I do it. This is mapping and why I do it. This is taping your eyelids and why. Like, they need to know all of that. And you're already doing the work. Just record it. That was the best content advice I have ever received. So, educate your clients, number 1. Number 2, entertain your clients. Now, I don't do all of the trendy things where you have a sound or action trending, like you fall on the floor and you roll over. I don't know, just the silly stuff. I don't do the silly stuff. If anything, I'll take a trending sound and I'll put my own type of video to it, because now where you've swiped through a consistent 60 gazillion lash artists who are doing the same silly action to this sound, now you're going to see my video, hear the sound, and be like, because I'm doing something different. I'm talking about something different. So stand out. I mean, yeah, and it's okay to use trending sounds or hop on trends, but I still say do it in a way that is for your audience. There was a sound trending at one time a couple of years ago that was like, you don't have to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. And the lash artists were using it and like saying, when you finish a set and the client is still kind of lingering. What does that say to the person who's been watching your page and wanting to book as a client? Sure, other lash artists might laugh, but as a client, depending on who your audience is, that may be a turnoff to them. That is why it is important to know your target audience. You know what they want to know through education and how you need to present it. You know what's going to make them laugh and what they'll be entertained by. So get an understanding of your target audience. Number 3 is encourage. You want to encourage your ideal clients in whatever way that you see fit. If that's something relatable, like on a faith level. Now, I do not believe in using faith in God and Jesus for marketing strategy. However, if that is true to you and if that just feels right for you to do, then share it. So you want to share things that encourage them in faith. Share things that may encourage them to wash their lashes. Share things that may encourage them to keep going or chase a dream. I don't know. There are tons of trending sounds and sounds on Instagram that you can use and put some B-roll content to, or you can create a static post or a carousel that they can swipe to, or you can get on the camera and talk yourself to encourage your their clients. Whatever it is that you need to do, you need to entertain, you need to encourage, and you need to educate, all while you are offering clarity, converting through posts, and connecting through posts. So that is my spiel number 3. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I know that this is a lot of information, but if you take hold of this information and use this information and apply this information, you will see transformation. And then lastly, a lot of lash artists just give up too quick. You give up too quick. You get tired of being consistent, and consistency is key. Let's run that back. You get tired of being consistent, and consistency is key. Consistency is key, but you don't want to be consistent. So the two are not going to go together. You have to choose to be consistent. And by be consistent, I don't mean that you have to show up and post every day, every hour of the day. You need to create a system that works for you that you can be consistent to. If that's posting 3 times a week, then consistently post 3 times a week. If that's 3 times a day or however you want to do it, then that's what you need to do. A lot of times lash artists get tired of being, what the problem with consistency rather is that you get tired of doing the same thing over and over. You get tired of saying the same thing over and over, but that's what consistency is. Repetition is what is going to bring you the real results that you are looking for. Everybody isn't going to see every post that you make. So if you only talk about the importance of isolation, and I'm just going back to that because we already used that example. If you only talk about isolation one time and I don't see it, I don't know that you talked about isolation. So you have to be okay with doing and saying the same thing over and over and over. I have been on this target audience hill since 2021, very strongly since 2022. It is now 2025, and my message to lash artists about why their marketing isn't bringing in clients has not changed, and that is because I am consistent. I am consistent in my message, one, because I believe in it. Do you believe in your lash business? Do you believe in the skills that you have to do those lashes, to make those clients comfortable, to be the best lash artist they've ever experienced, and to keep them coming back? Do you believe? Because I believe, and that's why I keep talking about what I keep talking about, and you have to do the same thing. So don't stop before you get to see the results of what's working. Don't feel like you have to jump ship and do what somebody else is doing because you see it working for them. You don't know who their audience is. You don't know the calling that God has given them. So it's important for you to stay plugged in and stay locked in on your lane. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Getting booked isn't about luck. It's about clarity, consistency, and connecting. You don't need to post more. You need to make sure that you are posting with purpose. And what will help you post with purpose is remembering the 3 E's. Those are the purposes that I use for content. My purpose is either to educate you, entertain you, or encourage you, all while I'm trying to bring you clarity, connect with you, and convert you. So those 3, the C's and the E's, they go together. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments. Again, if you are struggling, if you need help, if this was just like, girl, I need help with a whole bunch of stuff, DM me. Well, you can't DM me. This is YouTube and it's the podcast platform. Drop a comment and say clients, and I will reach out to you, get you whatever information that you need. Book the Power Hour Clarity calls. They help a lot of lash artists. I also have 2 trainings that are available. A Look and Learn, where you can come and shadow me, bring your mannequin. You can work while I'm working. You can ask me questions, all the things, and just observe if you feel like that's what you need. You can also book a Lash and Learn training. That is when you come to Powerhouse Lash Haven, my home suite, and you lash a client while I'm looking on and I'm giving you feedback. If you have any questions about those trainings, you can drop those in the comments as well. I'm very happy to answer. I hope that this video makes your lash journey a little bit easier, and I will see you in the next one.